Hey guys, welcome to my channel. New deck alert, new deck alert. Even though I always buy new cards, okay? Like I have like maybe, I think I have 3 more coming yeah, I think I have 3 more coming. This year alone, I think I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 3 that's coming. So 9 decks already this year. Like, you guys. I say I love my cards. I love my cards, and I love to support people who create the cards. You know, so that way we can be guided to the messages. Okay. It helps us to find the answers or the clarifications that we were either contemplating on or seeking. All right. I don't know what the message is going to be, y'all. But it most definitely can be about boundary building. Is what Spirit is telling me. Boundary building. Don't go against some shit that... So say for instance, you tell somebody, I did this, I did that, this, that, whatever. And I would never do X, Y, and Z. And that person could be in the situation and they want to test your shit to see if you would do it again. You know what I'm saying? At that very moment, the moment you go against yourself, the person's going to play with you. Okay? Don't think that somebody is, just because they can say nice things or try to do nice things or be there for whatever. No, they're gonna test you because you've already played yourself. All right? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not one of those readers that is going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear because it's very important. Okay? I'm your homegirl. All right? I'm your homegirl. So if you want a homegirl that's just going to yes man, yes man, yes man you, then you don't really want the real shit. Okay? So this may not be your channel. I may not be your reader. All right? But again, like, I feel like, if you go against yourself, you say something, if you bring something about your past into your present, okay, and then you go back against what you said you wouldn't go against, like, you already fucking lost. You already lost, okay? Only person to be mad at is yourself. Don't do it again. Learn your fucking lesson, okay? Learn your fucking lesson. Okay, because this is how predators come into your life. This is how people come into your life and just play with you. This is how you become the victim all over again. You repeat the same fucking cycles. Well, let's see which one. Oh shit! Y'all literally just seen my fucking profile that was not cute. When I looked, I was like, ew. But oh well, I'm gonna keep it running. Okay. Eventually, one day, guys, I will have the front view. So it is what it is. Okay. We have ambivalence. So like I said, ambivalence is the inner tug of war between different choices, leaving you torn when making decisions. When you feel ambivalence, it reminds you to face your inner needs. Finding balance will allow you to make the choice that aligns with your true self. So like I just said, wow, it's crazy how this came out. Somebody is fighting with them. You're fighting yourself. Okay? You had tug of war with yourself. It's something you really don't want to do, but you did it anyway. You switched up the fucking routine. You switched up the program, and you should have kept it locked and sealed. Okay. One, you shouldn't even mention it. You shouldn't even brought it up. Okay. And if you was going to bring it up, you should have stood on motherfucking business. Now somebody is straight in tug of war. You know what I'm saying? Like causing some sort of conflict in a outside connection because somebody's conflicted within because they made a choice. They didn't want this for themselves, and they found themselves back in the same kind of situation. Crazy that card came out. Crazy. What else? Spirit? We have joy. Joy is coming out in the fucking reverse, but let's see. It says joy is the song of the soul, the perfect resonance with universal energy. When you feel joy, it means you are grateful for every moment of life. Embrace every moment and feel the lightness and happiness within. Probably not fucking embracing it right now. It came out in the reverse. I'm gonna take it in the reverse. Okay. Especially if you're at war with yourself, especially if you made a decision, something that you told yourself that you wouldn't do again, and you did it. Okay. And because let me tell you something. You could have been in a place where you could have just tried to people please, along the way, probably grew up that way, going against your own feelings, making other people happy, putting other people's needs above your own or whatever. And, because you wanted to see other people happy, even if you had like delayed gratification, like even satisfaction, joy or whatever, you like seeing other people happy, even if that was on the back of yours. What else? So some of you might need to just search for some more inner strength to not allow this to happen. Yeah, we have disappointment here. It says disappointment is a reaction to unmet expectations, causing feelings of heartbreak or frustration. It reminds you to adjust the relationship between expectations and reality. Accept that sometimes things don't go as planned, but it doesn't mean failure. It's a valuable learning opportunity. So I feel like it's time for you to I'm trying to find a nice way to say it. I'm trying to say a nice way to say it because I know I can be very offensive, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. We all get offended by something. But if, like I say, if you're seeking the real truth and you want to hear the real, you'll stick around and you hear what the fuck you gotta hear about yourself, okay? It's not always about other people because we make the choices and we make the fucking decision. Whatever this was here, okay? Whatever you decided to do against your own will disappointed you. Period. Okay. And it may not have been the person. You disappointed yourself by agreeing to something that you didn't want to do in the first place. Okay. But you went back into some sort of people pleasing mode. Okay. And it disappointed you even more. I feel like you was more disappointed with yourself than you was with the person. Okay. But I feel like it was a balance of disappointment between both, because it could be somebody that could have been in your face, being nice and kind or whatever, and you knew it was something past that mask that they were presenting, and you I don't know, like I said, you could possibly have had like a lot of hope for people, but they've always disappointed you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're kind, let them be kind. But it always ended up where they're really not that kind. Like, you were always very disappointed, especially if you was very overly trusting, okay? So this is something like you're definitely disappointed for, but just use it as a valuable learning opportunity. Don't beat yourself up. You can walk away from the shit. Hold on. Yep, it's time for you to go within, okay? It's time for you to honor your inner strength, your inner peace, your inner wisdom. Oh yeah. It says introspection is the process of self-reflection, allowing you to reevaluate your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Through introspection, you can discover your deeper needs and goals, bringing clarity and awakening to your inner world. Exactly. Everything has to happen for a reason, okay? For some of you, you can feel like you are a song on repeat. Okay, just tired of repeating the same fucking songs, the same scenarios, the same situations, the same freaking karma. Okay, you can be saying, when is it going to be over? Bitch, well, when you stop it. Okay, when you stop it, when you decide to go within and stop looking so much stop blaming outside people for the choices and decisions that you chose to make. Even though you had all this, optimism going on or whatever, you was very optimistic in the person. Let me tell you something. People are only going to be people, all right? You ain't going to show up 100% all the time either. So it's time for you to go within. Learn where you need to be stronger in your boundaries. There we go. I said it was something about boundaries. So this is always going to be for a higher purpose, okay? Whether you think so or not. But the more you continue to point the finger and the blame at somebody else for disappointing you, you need to first go inward, introspect, and find out where you fucked up, okay? Where you fucked up, where you made the choice, where you made the mistake, and fix it. Because only you can fix it. The other person can't fix shit, especially if they're already doing their job. They paid attention. You didn't. Or you paid attention, you went against your own fucking will. Stop going against yourself, and then people won't go against you. Period. We have sadness. Sadness is an inner healing process that helps you process loss and pain. When you feel sadness, give yourself time and space, as it is the source of strength to start anew. Okay? Some of you can feel like jerks, idiots, stupid, just sad, pissed the fuck off, angry, upset. Okay? Because 1, all right, you went against yourself. 2, you didn't really want to go against yourself. 3, probably deep down you was hoping that it would go in a different direction, okay? But you just realizing that, you know what, how you once was before, you're not that anymore, okay? And you have to feel sad, okay? You have to feel these feelings so that way you would learn the lesson. That way you won't do it again or go against yourself again. If it's no, then keep it at no. Don't allow your curious mind, your curiosity to kill the cat. Don't. If it's no, then it's no. Unless there is a reasonable change for you to change your response. Okay? For example, say someone's married, right? And someone is trying to get your attention, and you have been telling this person no, because they are married. You don't want to be with someone who is unavailable for you in any kind of way, especially if you're not a married person, So again, this person could have been very persistent, okay? You could have been telling this person no, and eventually you was like, you know what? Let me just... Because maybe their story stayed the same. Maybe they began to tell you more and more about what was going on in the separation in which they have, even if it's not legal or whatever. Divorce papers are not filed or filed, but you wanted to believe in someone even though you didn't believe in the situation, okay? And this could have brought you a lot of inner conflict, the ambivalence, the tug of war, okay? Trying not to judge the situation and just see the person, okay? But you realize that the situation was bigger than the person. You know what I'm saying? So this could have caused this. Again, we always want to see the best in people. Let's go ahead and take Clarissa and Pap. He's still a married man. We see them on the internet. Some people are rooting for them. Some people think she's a goddamn fool. Okay? You might be on the end where you think she's a goddamn fool. Okay? You might have been in the position before where you would have been her at one point in time. Like, oh, I don't care as long as he's choosing me. I don't care who's next to him. Who was before him, who was this, that, and the third. You could have been in her shoes before. Okay? You could have been in her shoes before, and you could have gotten real fucking hurt. And so you could be the person now saying, she better watch out. Oh, she look like a goddamn fool. All this other kind of stuff, whatever. But it's something about finding this space. So that way you can heal the inner parts of you. Okay? So I hope I didn't drag that. The situation is meaning nothing to her. We have detachment. And we have loneliness. Hold on. They keep hitting the floor hard, y'all. So once you detach, okay, it's going to leave you in some sort of lonely state, okay? Because you're now stepping into your boundaries. You're now, following your own moral compass, your own integrity. All right. You're not listening to anyone else but you, how your feelings feel, how your soul feels, what your soul is saying to you. You have to learn how to detach from the situation here. It says detachment is the liberation from emotional or material dependence, allowing you to maintain independence and balance. Detachment is not about giving up, but releasing what no longer serves you, enabling you to view the world with clarity. 1 second. Sorry about that. My talk is about to go insane for somebody's hands, y'all. I was already petting him, but I was just led to do this read, okay? So yeah. So it says detachment is not about giving up, but releasing what no longer serves you, enabling you to view the world with clarity. Yeah, it's like, why should you be with someone who is not available to be with? Whether they're separated or not, but it's like you can't move on any given day. Who are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the person to file for the divorce? Are you waiting for, or are they waiting for the spouse to do it? If they're waiting for the spouse to do it, they may not ever get it. So it's like something where you just had to detach your feelings and emotions from, bring some sort of balance to your life here. Stop being dependent on other people to either make you look good, just to have a person by your side. I feel like you're just really sick of people taking credit for your shit, and it's something that you really want to do on your own. Yes. And here we go with loneliness. Loneliness is an opportunity for deep connection with yourself. It is not a negative emotion, but the beginning of self-exploration. In loneliness, you can re-examine your needs and goals. So it's definitely time for you to kind of kick back, remove yourself from the crowd, the fucking noise, period. Okay, the idea of needing to be, okay? And I feel like, nobody needs to be taking your fucking credit at this time. Nobody. Okay, it's like, don't care. Like, if somebody values marriage, like maybe you have a family that values marriage and connection and people, like, and that's what makes you important, to be seen. You're like, fuck that. Like, you're just gonna do something independently to regain your own joy, your own happiness, your own peace. Okay, because it just definitely doesn't feel like a joyous praise just to bring anybody home to, I don't know. It's like somebody wanted to build you, or somebody felt like you needed them to be built. Wow. You chose to detach. You chose to do something single-handed, independently, even if it took you longer than, the Nile River. Okay? 1711 on the clock, guys, when I said that. 1711 can be a significance. We have hope here. That's why I said it. 1711. Hope comes right on out. Wow. So far, so good, guys. I'm enjoying the messages. I'm enjoying the channeling that's coming through, that I'm being guided to speak upon. I hope you guys are liking it as well. We have hope coming out. We have hope is a bridge to the future, helping you believe that tomorrow holds greater promise. Regardless of today's circumstances, hold on to hope, as it will be the source of strength to move forward. It's okay. Maybe you didn't like this. Maybe this is not what you've seen for your life. Okay, maybe at one point in time you used to just be the life of the party. Everybody was around you, everybody wanted to be around you, but for all the wrong reasons, because you was a people pleaser, because you wasn't fucking awoke, because you always wanted to make other people happy over you. Okay, you always went against you. Okay, made bad decisions, poor decisions, reckless decisions, all because of other people. Okay, all because the need of wanting to be dependent upon other people to be in your life one way or another. So now we have hope. Okay, hope after loneliness, hope after detachment. That's a beautiful thing, and it's all because you had to go through some sort of ambivalence, some sort of conflict and war within yourself. It might be good. It might look good. This person, they could have been excellent for you. Okay? But it doesn't necessarily mean that you needed them. Nostalgia. What else? It says nostalgia is a longing for the beautiful moments of the past, reminding you to cherish the experiences you've had and draw strength from them. Nostalgia allows you to remember past lessons without letting it become a limitation in the present. Maybe you conflicted. You got into some sort of conflict with yourself in regards to a situation over a person. Okay, and maybe in your past, you could have had a similar encounter and it would came out with a negative outcome, you know. And this is what you're bringing in the present, and this is probably what you was trying not to bring in the present. You was trying to look at the situation, try to look at the person instead of the situation. But for whatever reason, you might just need to sit alone for a little while longer here, collective, because something just is being, if something feels like it's being forced, okay? If it's being forced, or it feels like you're being forced, or maybe you just need more time, or maybe you just understand and you know that it's not a good thing to hop out of one thing and into another, that we all need time to kind of filter out what we want in life, what we want to do in life, and not try to make other people a fulfillment of our own needs. Maybe we need to learn how to embrace, or maybe we need to learn how to care for ourselves first before we can allow other people to be in our energy, before we allow other people to be in our energy, before we are in other people's energy. I think I said that, but I don't know, because baby, I just have a lot going on in my head right now. It's like, bring yourself to a beautiful space that all you know right now in this very moment, you only need you. You only need you. We have wisdom. It says, wisdom is profound understanding and insight, allowing you to see the essence of things. When wisdom enters your life, it reminds you to listen to your inner voice and find your own truth. It's all about your inner wisdom, baby. Okay, anybody can tell you anything you want to hear. Anybody can tell you and manipulate certain words for you to believe certain things. Anybody can tell you anything that they want to tell you. It's really up to you to follow your own inner compass. Okay, does it cause you to have a battle between your choices, your and your morals? Like, your morals, and like, is it conflicting your morals and their morals? Do they honor your shit? You know what I'm saying? Do they take time for themselves? Do they even think to say, you know what, collective is correct? Maybe I do need some time alone. Maybe I do need to find my way on my own. Somebody can be very codependent and they want to put you back in a very codependent kind of energy. 2222, as I said that, okay? So something about codependency with 2222, all right? When we had 1711, we have contentment coming out in the reverse. Contentment is the peaceful acceptance of your present situation. It's about finding joy in what you already have and being at peace with yourself. This card reminds you to appreciate the moment with embrace the calm within. So Spirit is pretty much saying there's no peace. It's something that you're not ready to accept. Something within yourself. You could be beating yourself up that you made this mistake, that you went against yourself here. But Spirit wants you to be okay with that mistake. Give yourself some fucking compassion, okay? Be okay that this is just a lesson that you could have caught, you know, a lesson that you stopped, you paid attention to. But someone is not in content. Someone is not at peace with their present situation. But it's time for you to appreciate everything that happens here. It's all for your highest good, even if it doesn't feel good. We have confusion. I'm telling you, you could be fucking confused. Like, how does it feel? How does it feel bad as fuck? But it's for my highest good. Isn't my highest good supposed to make me feel happy? Not necessarily. No. No, because then you won't find a lesson in anything that feels good. You're going to keep doing it. Okay? It says confusion usually comes from too many choices or information, making it hard to see the way forward. It is a reminder to slow down, think clearly, and choose a direction that you truly desire. Confusion is temporary. When you calm your mind, the answer will emerge. Remember I just said a lot of things are going on in my mind, y'all? Nothing confusing. It just was a lot of messages coming in at one time. Okay. So again, you could have felt confused in this connection. If this have to do, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection. It can be anything. All right. But for the sake of it, because we all fucks with love, right? This could have been a romantic connection where, again, you could have felt confused where you stood in this person's life. This is why it didn't bring you any fucking peace, okay? You knew it didn't give you no peace. You could have tried to force the situation. You could have tried to look away from it. You could have tried because you didn't want to appear to be, you do one thing and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But maybe that's your lesson. Learn how to stand on fucking business, okay? Learn how to stand on business. And it's okay. It's okay. It is not a race, baby. It is a journey. It is a journey. None of us are perfect. None of us. And I feel like if a clown came into your motherfucking circus, or you went into somebody's motherfucking circus and you became the clown, okay? I feel like they left with a big ass foot up their ass, because fucking with you is like saying God. It's like teasing God. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying, I got your baby. What you gonna do now? And it was like, really, bitch? Nah, you can't do that. But I feel like somebody wanted to make you feel confused. Somebody wanted you to feel like you had a position but didn't really have the position, and this was only to kind of keep you dependent, cater to their needs. It's like somebody seen you conflicted but they didn't give a fuck, and it's like somebody felt like you was confused but you wasn't confused. You just was battling. You was in some sort of ambivalence. You knew you needed to make a decision for yourself and not for this person, okay? This is somebody who could have possibly came in intentionally to cause some sort of confusion, some sort of discontent in your life, purposely. Maybe you offended someone here, collective. Maybe you offended someone. You have courage. It says courage is the fearless face. Excuse me. Courage is the fearless power to face challenges, encouraging you to step out of the comfort zone and embrace the unknown. When this card appears, it reminds you that only by taking the first brave step will you move toward broader horizons. Maybe you're not used to doing shit on your own. Maybe you're used to having motherfuckers help you. Have people who you can call and lean on whenever there's, a problem, a situation, something that you need. Maybe you don't have that shit no more. Now it's time for you to really, 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 really grow. And this is going to take a lot of courage here. That's that fearless power within you, that forge to move forward, okay? It's that time to trust yourself here and not put the trust into other people's hands to fucking be able to play with you all kinds of ways. We got forgiveness at the bottom of the deck here. These are beautiful cards. I like these cards. Yeah, I like these. I'm trying to see if we're supposed to be going into the tarot. We have helplessness. Helplessness is the feeling of losing control over your circumstances, making you feel like you cannot change the situation. Helplessness reminds you not to give up even in the darkest moments, as a turning point might be hidden within. Yeah, you have to have the courage when you are feeling helpless, okay? You could have felt like you made the wrong fucking decision, the wrong choice, the wrong turn, you said the wrong thing, you offended the wrong person, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but it's like now it's time for you to take control. You've always been in control, okay? The only time you didn't have control here is when you was battling yourself, when you was forcing yourself to be in a situation that you did not want to be in. That a situation where you kept trying to convince yourself not to look at the situation, but to look at the person. It's balance. Look at the situation and the person. If it's imbalance, then it ain't working. So you were trying to look at one over the other. You were trying to be one-sided, but see, one-sided got you in the situations that you've always been in. Oh, this person can help me with my finances. It's better to have two heads than one. Yeah, it is, but you have to be self-sufficient first. So that way, if one head decides to go about their business, then you still can handle your own fucking ship. You won't go sinking in the middle of the ocean somewhere while somebody else now is teaming up with somebody else, helping them out. This can be where, you're finally learning that this could be the darkest moment that you needed to push you. 3,000 to push you. Into the direction you always needed to be in. Self-sufficient, independent, courageous, strong, and motherfucking happy. Where there's no one here that will be able to take credit for your success. You probably have a lot of motherfuckers who helped you along the way, and they took, credit for the success because they helped you. It's clipped for that. All that is clipped. We have a miracle. I'm being called to end it here. Miracle is a transformation that defies logic, showing you the infinite possibilities of the world. When a miracle appears, it reminds you to maintain faith, for anything is possible, and a miracle might just be around the corner. Yeah, bet on yourself. Oh, the two purples came out back to back. It's the same goddamn cards, wisdom and miracle. Okay, so it's something in regards to you, again, tapping into your inner wisdom, okay? And bet the fuck on yourself. Bet on yourself. Okay? Because you could have found yourself in a situation where you're betting on other people, you're betting on things to happen and things to show up in a certain way here, and all that left you was in the motherfucking reverse, in the places where you need to be in the upright. Joy in the reverse and contentment in the reverse. Fucking mad, miserable, depressed, okay? Wanting to, beat everybody up. And all you just have to do is just find the strength within yourself. It's always been about you, collective. Okay? It's always been about you. And even if the people who was sent your way, right? And it didn't work out the way that you expected it to work out. It did. Exactly how it needed to. 32-23, as I said that, it did. It worked out exactly how it was supposed to work out. It was supposed to get you to the point of, you know what? Maybe I need to grow up a little bit more in this area. Maybe I need to become a little bit more independent in this area. Maybe I don't need to have a partner in everything that I choose to do. Because just because I'm excited about it doesn't mean that the next person is going to be just excited. It doesn't mean that they're going to pour the amount of love, the amount of time that I'm willing to do for my own shit. They might just be seeing dollar signs. I'm seeing love, peace, creation. So sometimes, you're in separation for a very important reason. And that's for you and yourself to get intimate. I'm talking about so deeply intimate with yourself that you already know when that gut starts to gutting, to trust it. This is your message. I hope that it resonated, guys. Until next time, namaste.